Hello! Happy Friday! Also, happy Cinco de Mayo. So, double bonus Friday. So, hey everyone, let me know when you're here. Say hi. Live now while Lisa eats a taco. That's the title we chose. Why is that appealing? Lisa eats a taco. So say hello, let us know that you're here. Hi everyone. Hi Amy, Vicky, Bonnie, Metra, and Diane. I hope you guys are doing great. So we've had a busy week. We had some fun lives. And guess what? They left this here. So this was, ow. Is like this? Is this it? I look like a real life Chewbacca. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Look. I at least have the hair for this, right guys? It's gonna get taken away from me. So I hope you guys had a good week, had a fun Facebook Live, Live with Matt. Oh, this is hot. I don't know how he wore it the whole time. So we have a lot of fun stuff going on. Today's a busy day. We have Cinco de Mayo. We're doing our Facebook Live now. And then later today, I have a webinar on Mother's Day designs. So all the designs in the promo image you will get for free, along with the written guide and the recording after the fact. Oop. So it's a pretty good deal. I like it. That was a big roar for that. Yeah. Leave Chewbacca mask within my reach. So how have you guys been? What have you been up to? I know Matt's been posting some FDC vinyl with school projects on our Facebook page. A couple different things. We have end of the year coming up. We have Mother's Day, Father's Day, and all the patriotic designs with Memorial Day coming up in a couple weeks. And then the summer is basically America time. So I'm really excited about just this season coming up. And hopefully you guys are too. Hopefully you guys are working on a lot of fun stuff as well. So since it's Cinco de Mayo, we picked up a taco for me to eat. I don't know why I have to eat it, but here's our taco. Part of it was stuck to the paper. From the most quality of all fine dining establishments, this is Taco Bell. Guys, look. It's like falling apart. How much of this taco do I have to eat?
$1 worth.
This taco was $1. So happy Cinco de Mayo. There are probably like 5 really good quality food trucks right up the road from the warehouse, and I got a Taco Bell taco. So here's the thing. If you guys would like Gabe to eat this taco instead of me, then you just have to comment Gabe in here, and then Gabe will come here and he'll eat this taco and I'll make the shirt, okay? So if you guys want that, go ahead, comment Gabe, say something nice about him, but just say Gabe, 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 and he will come and eat this taco, so I don't have to. Do you see this? Gabe, it looks so good. You're gonna love eating it. Oh yeah, Gabe! Gabe, Gabe, Gabe. And you can comment multiple times if you want as well. Gabe, 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 Gabe. I'm eat the taco wearing the mask. I don't even think the taco would work. Maybe, I don't know. Gabe.
Oh, it's cold. Thank you for the taco.
Yay, Gabe! You want the rest of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all taken care of. Hi, Libby. So thanks for voting. I'm glad that you got Gabe to eat the taco. But we have a couple cool things I'm going to show you. So check out this shirt. The lighting's kind of strange, but it says, please bring more tacos. Check this out. Adam wants the rest of that taco, apparently.
Smell my breath later.
Adam, Gabe will smell your breath later. So please bring more tacos. Check out this design. So this is done. We did this with Caesar glitter. This is in gold. And then we have chocolate easy weed, green apple easy weed, and black easy weed. So this is a fun design that we are going, sad faces, that we're going to make today in our life. This is our project for today. So some of the things that I'm going to show you is how to line it up, how to check it. And the one thing that I think is helpful is I'm going to show you how I set up all these colors to make sure that I pressed it in the right spot on my design when I did this. And here's a bonus. This design is going to be for sale on our website. Is it live? And if it's not, it'll be live on our website by the end of this video. So this will be something that I'm going to show you how to line it up, how to get it set up the way you want it, and then right after you can go and get it. And I did hear that this design is discounted, and it will also count on the 60% off Cinco de Mayo sale we have going on right now. So I think that this will end up being somewhere in like the $2 range, somewhere around that. It might even be a little bit less than $2. So we're going to press this, and then one person will even win the shirt. All right, so let's put this over here. So now I have all my pieces. So we have our taco. Wow, that was loud. The ground beef. Our text and our lettuce. Now, if you are trying to conserve a little bit more vinyl, you can cut them in 2 sections and press them separately. However, I did them like this to help with my alignment. So for a design like this, I just would price it to make sure I offset the cost of the vinyl. So a design like this is probably going to be more around like $25, $30. So you want to make sure you just price it for that. And then the black text for this. So a pretty simple design. The tricky part is going to be how you layer all of the colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over and I'm going to set this up, all my colors in the order I'm going to press it, but I'm going to do it on top of my heat press so you can see it with the camera. So here are all of my colors. You can see that this is 4 presses. And the hardest part about this will be just aligning all of your presses together. So what I want to do is I want to set it up so that my glitter is pressed last. Because I don't want it to be lifting, I don't want it to keep my easy weave from getting down onto my shirt. So you can see I have my 2 sections of the taco. So let's move this to the side. So I need to layer both of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to align the inside part of my taco. Now my design itself is set up with a magic trap, so the gold glitter is going to overlap this, so it's not a big deal. But you can see I have all of my colors lined up correctly. And now what I can do is I can set up So what I'm going to press is I'm going to press my green first, then my brown, and then my next step is to press the black part. So we know that our text goes through here. So I'm going to line this up on this. Check that out. So I set my text to have an offset between my two letters. So I have that space in there. One, it makes it a little bit clearer for you to see what we're saying, but two, it gives you more leeway when you're pressing, and it accounts for that shrinkage that happens with your Easy Weed vinyl. So that's one thing that I always try to do when I set up my designs, is to do something like this. The other benefit to doing an offset like this is if you wanted to, you could make this one color. Because this line in between the two lines of text is there, it will separate it, so it's easy to convert this over to a one color design as well. And then the last part is our little taco shell. So if I set it up, I'm going to bring it over and put that right on top of there. So you can see it goes right over. I don't see anything in between it. You can also see through there. Good, good, good. So I have it set so that there's going to be a slight overlap between these two. Now, the biggest trouble you're going to have with a press like this is that you want to make sure you're not getting too much shrinkage between all of this. The hardest part will be when you press your green and your brown first. You want to make sure it's not getting too much heat all the way through, because later it's going to shrink on your design. So my heat press is set a little bit high. My heat press is at 335. I'm going to lower it to 310. Now, glitter typically will press at around 320. And our Easy Weed typically presses at 305. The great thing about this vinyl is that they both have about a 30-degree difference between them, or a 30-degree threshold. That means that it can press 30 degrees higher and 30 degrees lower. So that's great, because if you are doing two different kinds of vinyl, if you're doing Easy Weed and glitter, you can kind of split the difference. You don't have to run too much of a risk. That's one of the great things about it, is that they have that little safe zone from when you're working with multiple different materials. So we have this set over here, and now we just want to go ahead and start lining up our design on our shirt to make sure that we're going to get it pressed right. So if you look closely, we have it all set up. This is how it's going to be on the shirt. Now, we are not going to press this entire thing at once. And part of the problem with that is that if we were to do that, whatever the vinyl is touching is what it will be pressed to. So this right here, the glitter vinyl, if I were to press it right now, it's not going to go on the shirt. It's going to press onto the carrier right above it. So this is just to help you set up. This is something, if you have multiple presses on a shirt and you want to make sure that it's lining up correctly, that you do this first, and then we're going to put the whole thing on the shirt and peel up layers as we go. And Dorian says, can't stop thinking about the pink heat press. Dorian, you know what really helps with that? I had the same problem too. And I kept thinking about the pink heat press, like how cute it is. The pink heat press, the crafter press, is 35 pounds. It's super portable. It's easy to use, and it's got a 1-year warranty. And I remember sitting there like, oh, this press is really, really cute. It's super convenient. I can't believe you can get a professional grade heat press for less than $300. That means if you were to buy a brand new Cameo and a new heat press, you could start your whole business for under $600, and I couldn't believe it. So I actually just went ahead and bought a pink press. And you know what? I have done a lot better at that. It doesn't quite consume my thoughts too much. So I don't know, Dorian, maybe you want to just buy a pink press too. Might be a good idea. We're not running a sale on the press, but like, I think there's a lot of stuff discounted right now for Cinco de Mayo, which is pretty cool. And you could probably make a lot of really good stuff with your new pink heat press once you buy it, and then just use the Cinco de Mayo sale and get some materials. I don't know, might be a good idea. But I'm going to go over and we're going to start pre-pressing my shirt and setting this up to press. So let me go over to the heat press. And you can see right here, I have a J America shirt. These are J America glitter tees. Gray, and you can see it sparkles. See that? So they have like the little I don't know, sparkly threads through it to make it a glitter shirt. All right, so let me go over here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-press this. I want this to get the wrinkles out, so you can see I have wrinkles in here, and it's Florida, so everything is humid with this. So I'm going to bring this down. Dorian, we do not do free shipping with the pink press. That is something that I do believe is drop shipped. However, it only weighs 35 pounds, so I can't imagine shipping being super outrageous for that. So we have our shirt here. We have it all set. And now I'm going to bring this down just a little bit because I like to use the collars to line up my shirt. So this is on my 16 by 20 press, and I love using my 16 by 20 press for these big designs because I can see more of the shirt on here. So you can see I can go over, find my armpits, find my collar, and I can start lining up my design on here. Now, you guys know, you guys have seen enough of our lives, we are not going to use the tag, okay? This tags in general are almost never in the right place. But your head always has to go through the collar of the shirt. So we're gonna line it up with this, check that out. And now what I did is my green is the first layer I'm pressing. So I'm gonna hold down the green and peel up the rest of my transfers. So now I know this is in the right spot, and all my other colors are still lined up with each other. So we're gonna go over here, and what I need is I only need enough to just tack down my design. I'm not doing my fold well time. I'm just getting it to be like, oh hey, we're gonna stick on this shirt here for a little bit. So I'm literally gonna bring my press down for like a second. So I'm gonna bring it down. And look how good it was. My carrier came up with it. And you know what? That happened earlier when I was making my shirt too. So just so you know, some of your easy week colors, the carrier is like super helpful. But don't worry, the carrier didn't melt on the press. All right, so let's set up our next color. So now we're lining up the brown. So I'm actually going to take this off because it's not a huge deal. So I'm looking over here. And you just want to make sure you have this lined up onto here. And it might take a little bit of moving. I can see that I was a little bit off right here. I'm not super concerned with this line right here because I did a magic trap, but I just want to make sure that these sides are looking good. So let's peel this up. And now I'm going to do my second press. So I'm going to cover this and press for 1 second. Someone left something on the cover sheet. So now I'm going to cover that. 1 second. Oh, and look, that came up. Not a huge deal. So we're going to bring that back down. And then I'm going to do another second with this just to get that one piece to stay again. All good? We're all set. So now we're set with our third color. And this is going to go in between the letters here. So let's find that. I'm going to bring the shirt down so I can see up here a little bit easier. And I'm just going to find right here, and right there. So it looked like I had it up a little bit to the side. That just means that I actually brought it up a little too high. So I brought my design down a little bit, placed it here, and now I can bring my whole shirt up. And I'm just going to tug it in a couple places to make sure I have this alignment right. All set. Now I'm going to cover it, and again, just press it for a second or two. Yeah, Robin says I had no idea it was all it took, pressing for 5 to 10 seconds on layers each time. Yes, if you press that long, you're actually shrinking the vinyl a little bit too, depending on the type of garment you're using. So we just want the vinyl to stick down. So part of how this heat transfer vinyl works is, one, it's going to be the temperature, but it's also going to be part of the dwell time. So you can have it at 305 degrees for like a second, and it's enough to get it to release off your carrier onto your shirt, but it needs that dwell time of 10 to 15 seconds for it to actually stay in there. So we use that to our advantage when we layer different colors. All right, so here's our last one. So we have our glitter vinyl. I'm going to find my placement here. It overlaps over there. And now glitter vinyl, because this is our last press, we can do this press for longer. However, this carrier cuts off this more here. You see that? So if we were going to press this the whole time, we're going to get a line into the more from our carrier, and we don't want that. We want to have it be seamless. So we're going to use the same trick that we used for all of our other colors, but we're going to just do it and then do our last press for the whole time. All right? And I think I saw someone ask what type of vinyl am I using. So this is Easy Weed and Glitter. This is all from our Caesar line. This is Easy Weed in black. Then I have chocolate. And then these right here is our green apple. And then this taco shell is our gold glitter. So it's nice. It pulls more of a yellow look to it. And so it makes a nice little taco shell. All right, so we're going to go ahead and press this for a couple seconds. I want to be safe. And now I can lift this up. So now my glitter is stuck down on there. You can see we have it here. Colors look pretty good. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if you look really closely, you can see a little bit of that line there. You see that? That'll go away on our next press. However, if we would have done that the whole time, yeah, that line would have been way more pronounced. So that is why you do your quick presses. You want it just enough to release it off the carrier so that it knows where to stay on the shirt, and then we do our whole dwell time. All right, so let's do our last press. Now, because our first layer has gotten more around 5 seconds of heat now, it's gotten several now, I'm going to press this for 10 seconds at 310 degrees. And I was actually just about to say I had my pressure up pretty high, so that's why my auto clam tried to open back up again. All right, so let's get this cover sheet out of here. So check that out. So you can see, oh, I saw like a line there, and I thought vinyl was lifting up, but it was just my hand. We're okay. So you can see that line's gone now, because we went ahead and did our whole press through there. All right, so we have our green apple, and I know that there's been debate about seeing the fiber through there. So if you look closely, yeah, you can see the fiber through there. The important thing to look for when you're doing something like this and you're pressing heat transfer vinyl is that you want the vinyl to look like it's almost a part of the shirt, like it's really on there. You'll see a lot of times, especially when you're first starting off with heat transfer vinyl, you get the heat right, like every time, no big deal, but the problem is your pressure. So it's sensitive to the heat and the pressure. So if your vinyl looks like it's almost like a sticker just sitting on top of it, then that's typically a good indicator that your pressure is not high enough. So that's one reason that I would suggest, if you are still doing things for crafts and you're using your home iron, the pink craft press would be a great thing to start with, because you can regulate the pressure on that. You can do Easy Weed and all the Caesar stuff with the home iron. They kind of make it so that that is a possibility. But I know the more that you do, the easier it's going to be once you start using a heat press. I had my Easy Weed Extra Migrate color on a polyester maroon shirt. Any tips to help with that? Typically polyester shirts, like those dark colors, the maroon, they are a lot of times sublimation printed. So that is very typical. The heat from that will cause the dye to migrate. So if you're doing something like that, there is something called Easy Weed Sub Block that helps with part of that problem. A lot of times You can sometimes do a slightly lower temperature and shorter presses. That can help at times. But the best solution would do Easy Weed Sub Block for something like that. Yes, Tony answered for Robin. We do not sell the glitter t-shirts, but you can get them from jamericablanks.com, or if you have your reseller ID, you have Alpha Broder, TSF sells it. I believe S&S Sportswear sells it. And then I did hear, I think the last show I was at, I had customers tell me that they bought them from Jiffy Shirts on Amazon as well, if you do not have a reseller ID too. Why don't I have writing on your t-shirt? Cindy, I'm being totally honest with you. I didn't do laundry. So this is like one of my weekend shirts where I don't want to say TRW on the weekend. So this was a shirt that was clean. So I can put on this if you really want to have writing. I'll just kind of like hold it like this. More tacos. Just something like that. Now, cool thing is this design we do have available. So you're able to get this. It's going to be part of our 60% off deal, and it works with the coupon code. So I think it is already marked down to $4, and then 60% off of $4 is like $1 and some change. $160. Is that it? Are you making fun of me? Oh, I couldn't tell.
Yes.
Yes? Well, now I want to know. $2 times 0.60. 180. It's 180. So you can get this design for $1.80. So that's a pretty good deal on our website. And you can kind of go and do that. Celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I have called today Taco Tuesday so many times today, I can't even tell you. Like, it's been way too many times. But yeah, we have that on our website, and you're able to get that for $1.60. And all of these colors that we've used for this are in stock. I know because I took some this morning. How long does the sale last? The sale lasts through Sunday at midnight. So you can do that. It's Cinco de Mayo and Cinco de... Why am I blanking? All I can think of are the French numbers. Cinco de... Siete. Siete de Mayo. Oh, Cinco de... Siete de Mayo. And all the other days through Sunday. The tank top. This tank top is from Old Navy. So what I like to do for myself is a lot of times shirt places, especially Old Navy, they'll have like super ridiculously discounted sales. So if you do not get emails from Old Navy, Target, and a couple other places, definitely sign up for that, because this tank top I got on a $2 sale. So I got this for $2 from Old Navy. So like, just to let you know, even if you have your reseller ID and you're ordering from Alpha Broder or something like that, and you're ordering the Anvil shirts that are $2 something a piece, this is already, if you use the sale, already cheaper because you don't have to pay shipping as well. So this was from Old Navy. This is their relaxed racerback tank top. So I like using that. The only way I can motivate myself to go to the gym is if I have funny tank tops. So that's why I buy these, because I can do that. And they're also really great gifts. I give gifts a lot of different shirts that I do for that. What is the big content and that shirt? The big content? I'm not super sure what you mean, Deborah. But maybe like what it's made of. I'll tell you what it's made of. This shirt is made in Vietnam, and it's 100% cotton. This shirt, Joe Warner, oh, that's Seth's dad, our IT guy. Hi, Joe. This shirt is, I believe, also, this is 95% cotton, 5% Lurex. Lurex, yes. So this is from J America, and this is what I'll be giving away in just a couple minutes. So did you guys have any other questions for this? Or do you want me to repeat any of the steps? So the big thing to take away from today is that tacos are really good. It's very easy to peer pressure someone else in the room to do the thing you don't want to do because they don't want to let customers down. And 3, when you have multiple colors of vinyl you want to press on a shirt, I find it very helpful to layer all the vinyl beforehand in the order you're going to press it, and then you can line it up all together and then peel it away as you go. So that was one thing that I find useful, and I think that you would enjoy too. Now, if you want to see it again or you want to see it with different designs, I did do a video a couple months ago where I pressed a 5-color design. I did the state of Florida with stars behind it. So I did do that process as well. So if you want a refresher on that, we do have that on our YouTube channel that you can check up. And Tony brings up a good point. The glitter shirts shrink after washing. Tell your customers to buy a size up. Also, the glitter shirts run very, very small. So they might want to go a couple sizes up. Because if I hold this up, this is a medium. And it's like definitely small on me. I'm wearing a black shirt so you can't tell, but like here's where it goes, and I have this much left on me. I'm typically a medium. So this runs more closer to small. Sometimes it's even extra small. So if you are getting J America shirts, you do want to make sure you are giving a sizing chart to your customers so that they can pick out the right size. These run as a junior fit, so they are going to be more form-fitting. A lot of times they're a little bit shorter. So that's a good thing to keep in mind when you have customers, because the last thing that I would want, or I would want a customer to have, is to buy a shirt, pay for it to be custom done, get all that, and then it not fit me. So definitely keep that in mind when you have that. And what color is the green? This is green apple. So I would, if you're going to do something like this, I would also keep in mind what color shirt you're doing. If you're going to do, like, let's say you want this on a black shirt. So if you do this on a black shirt, you can switch out this black to white, but this may not show up as well. So maybe you want to do a different green for that, or you want to get a lime green, something along those lines. So also keep that in mind with your colors. You could also, you know, switch this. So if you wanted your lettuce to stay green, you could also do a different color up here. I think when I first started making this, I had this pink, but I wanted to consolidate my colors. I wanted to do a 4-color design. Now this would be great if you did have something like that, like let's say you had scraps. You know, we always have it when we cut our shirts, and let's say our vinyl is 12 inches wide, but our shirt design is 9.5. Well, then you have this much vinyl left over all the time. So it's not a whole lot to do a whole design, but it's also a little bit too much to just get rid of. So you have in your scrap drawers, I bet, a whole bunch of sections of vinyl about this big that you don't know what to do. This would be a great use for it, because this line right here is maybe 1.5 inches tall. So this would be great to set it up. Put it on your cutting mat if you have a silhouette. You can bring your rollers closer if you have a larger cutter, but a really easy project to do even when you have smaller pieces of scrap vinyl for something like that. And yeah, the tank top, this tank top is from Old Navy. And so just keep an eye out for their sales. Their tank tops are really nice, they're super comfortable, and the good thing is most of their stuff runs pretty true to size. So if you have customers who maybe are in between sizes, or, you know, they're self-conscious. I mean, no one really is 100% comfortable in their own skin, so this is something that might be a good option as well, because you can for sure say, hey, like, this is an Old Navy shirt. Tell me what size you wear in Old Navy, and you'll know. So I always get these. I stockpile when they have the $2 sale. But even full price, I think these are closer to like $6. So still fairly reasonable for a good shirt that you know runs true to size. Jerry, thank you. So did you guys have any other questions before you go and get some tacos? Oh, and I got to give this away too. Yes, Kathy says she really likes J America and Old Navy shirts. I really love those, and also Target. Target just did a sale this past weekend. Their shirts were $6, and they're really, really, really comfortable. So I spent an appropriate amount of money on t-shirts this weekend from Target. So be prepared. You'll probably see a video coming up with a Target shirt that I do, because I shop sales. You guys know this. So what do you think? Any other questions? So for this shirt, one person will win it. More like inappropriate. No, I didn't buy that many shirts. I ended up buying shoes too, so I had to not buy as many shirts. Okay, so the way I'm going to pick this winner is, I'm not going to pick it. They're going to pick it for me. Auto generator. So the name of the winner is Chris Critter Lomax. So if you're here, let me know. Oh yeah, Jerry says she's sad to miss my classes coming up. Yes, that is a good point. So how many of you are Silhouette users? How many of you are Silhouette users? Oh yeah, and Chris, let us know if you're here so you can win your shirt. Yes, congratulations, Chris. Ooh. Yay! Woo! Okay, one thing I want to let you know is next month we have Silhouette Business Boot Camp. Okay, guys? So it's a 2-day training that is going to give you all the information you need. Oh my goodness. We're in because it's Cinco de Mayo. Stop it. Oh, this month is Silhouette Business Boot Camp. I am really, really excited about this because you guys know I love Silhouette. So we're going to do a 2-day training that's going to give you a whole bunch of information to help grow your business with your Silhouette. Now, what we want is for you guys to be so successful that, like, hey, maybe you need to buy another cutter. Maybe you need to get the Wizard afterwards. Maybe you need to get a bigger heat press. Everything that you need. So this is going to be a 2 full-day training. It's going to be May 25th and 26th. You know what's super cool about that is that it is the weekend before Memorial Day. Oh, a holiday weekend? Why would you do that? Because it's Memorial Day, guys. So I know how many of you want to come to Florida for a holiday. You're already going to have like a long weekend. Come here. It's a business expense because you're learning about your business. Come here Friday, Saturday, learn a whole bunch of stuff, and then have a great weekend at the beach. Okay? So registration is open. I think we have until next Friday for early bird registration. So next Friday is early bird registration. After that, the price will go up to, I think it's $399, $399. $299 is like the heat press that I always get them mixed up. And so early bird, and then it goes up to $399. So you'll be able to do that. And then later today at 4, I have a beginner webinar on Mother's Day designs. So that'll go over basic designs, and you'll also get all those designs for free as well as a written guide. So a lot of cool stuff. And then next Tuesday, I have a beginner webinar on a free webinar on the overview of Silhouette Designer Edition. So if you have Silhouette Designer Edition and you're only, purchasing designs, you're still unfamiliar with it, you don't know what all these buttons mean, that is the webinar for you. I'm going to go over all the buttons, all the commands, how they work, and then hopefully get you a little bit of a jump start so you can start designing in your software as well. Have I ever done photo booth props? I have. I haven't done any videos, and that's a great idea, Doran. I am in the process of trying to do more videos with paper and different things that can expand what you can do with your Silhouette. So if you're doing shirts and apparel, you can also do little things that can supplement for it as well. One thing that I like to use my Silhouette is to kind of use it with a whole bunch of different things, and you could even sell party kits. I know that party supplies are a big thing now, so you can basically make cupcake toppers, cake toppers, place cards, invitations, all of that, just so you can sell it all together. A lot of those times you use the same cut files, you just size it differently and put it on a different piece of paper, and it's an easy way to sell a different item if you're not doing shirts. Boot camp is May 25th and 26th, and in boot camp will there be teaching us how to use Silhouette? Yes. We will have extensive design and cutter training. So we're going to go over the basic software, how to do designs. If you are familiar with Silhouette, we will also show you the similarities between Silhouette and the Wizard, kind of give you what you can work with, what you need, and what next steps may be if you want to start upgrading your software. We're also going to be going over a bunch of different materials. So if you are still unsure, like maybe you're struggling with vinyl, you're struggling with rhinestones, you're struggling with foil, we're going to go over all of that. So you will get everything you need to kind of be confident in your business. You can move from being just a crafter. Maybe you've had your Silhouette for a year and it's still in the box. This is for you. This is how you can get started and start being successful and profitable with what you're doing. And Cindy, yes, these cut files for the tacos are going to be in SVG, and then all the cut files for the webinar come in SVG format as well. So I know a few of you are Cricut users, some of you use the larger software, and you don't use Silhouette Studio. Well, the good thing is that the designs come in SVG format. So even if you want the design files, today's webinar is $10. Typically those designs are $10 a piece. So you're already making your money back just in the designs. How about in-house training in February, March so we can get away from the cold? I think we did one earlier this year. We did one in April. Maybe. It's feeling pretty nice here, so I'm not thinking about it. Dorian, using a Cameo 2 but have a 3 sitting in a box. Maybe you should come to boot camp to learn how to use the 3. But the 3 is nice, but the 2 gets the job done too. No pun intended that I said 2 at the end of that. But it gets the job done as well. So you guys have any more questions before I let you go? So don't forget to, I think it was Chris won this, don't forget to put this on your next order that requires shipping, that you won the shirt from my Facebook Live. If you want to make this design, which you should, then it is available on our website. It does count in our sale, our Cinco de Mayo sale, so this is basically a steal, a pretty good deal for it. Yeah, Jerry has to go do an order. Good. Sounds good to me. Okay, well, I'll just say goodbye and have a good Cinco de Mayo. Okay? I want to see if it stopped or not. It doesn't. Okay,